A German native speaker can use about 10,000 words actively. So if you learn one German word per day, it will take you 27 years until you speak German like a native speaker. But before I get to some more positive news, for those of you who don't already know me, my name is Werner. I'm the co-founder at Scapago. We make textbooks for learning languages. So I wrote the textbook Jens and Jakob, where you can learn German with a story instead of dialogues. And today I'm talking about the importance of learning vocabulary. So as I just said in my scary message in the beginning, vocabulary is something that is obviously quite important. And how can we work around the maths? 27 years does not sound like a great perspective. What if you can learn 10 words a day? Well, then it's just 2.7 years. Okay, that's much better. But to be honest, is it realistic that you learn and recall 10 new words every single day, 70 words per week? Not very much, to be honest, because as you might have some experience with learning languages, it's not easy to recall a word when you see it the first time. You might need to repeat it 5 times, 10 times, hear it in different contexts, read it in different contexts, write it a couple of times, and then at some point it will stick in your memory. Of course, some words you remember right away and others take more time. The good news I have for you is you don't need 10,000 words to be fluent in German. A fluent speaker, like somebody who can speak without any effort, usually does not have more than 4,000. And even if you have 2,000, you will still get along pretty well. Tourist German is even just 500 words. Okay, you might be a bit more ambitious than that. Like 2,000 should be a good goal. But still, like 2,000 words, okay. How do we get there? It is a lot, right? So it is absolutely important that you find some routine to learn vocabulary. One possibility that you have is to use flashcards. These old-fashioned, I don't have one here actually, but you put a piece of paper and you write the English meaning on one side, and then on the other side you write the German meaning. With the German meaning, please include the definite article if it's a noun, and include the second person if it's a verb, like the du form. And if it's an irregular verb or strong verb, please put all the irregular forms. And then what you do is you try to repeat by going from the English side to the German side. So you look at the English side, you try to recall what that means in German, and you look at the other side. Or if you have a little bit more time, you might even take a piece of paper and try to write the word before you check the solution. So why am I recommending this system instead of an app or a vocabulary trainer? Well, a vocabulary trainer is not bad. We even have one for our textbook. You can use it. You will find the link under this video. But writing something with your hand, like even in digital times, that's still another way of learning. And for many of us, this is very beneficial to have written a word many times. It's still different than hearing it, reading it, typing it. If possible, you should do it in many different words. But the crucial thing is that you find some routine that will make you grow your vocabulary every single day. So find a time before breakfast, after lunch, when you come home from work, before you go to bed, whenever it suits you, where you have a couple of minutes, nobody is allowed to disturb you. If the phone rings, you call back. You don't answer the doorbell unless there is a bomb in your house or you have a heart attack. These 5 minutes are just for reading and writing new vocabulary cards. And when you do that, make sure that you do not only write new cards, but you also repeat old cards. So, for example, once a week you go through all the cards. Or when you repeat, you make 2 piles and you put the cards that you already know on one pile, and the difficult cards, the one you don't remember, you put on the other pile, and you can repeat those tomorrow. I suggest start with 3 words. Don't do more. 3 words is good. After 1 week, you can do the numbers. You will have 21. After 10 weeks, 200, and so on. So it's quite realistic. If you have a lot of time, if it works well for you, you can always go up to 4, 5, and so on. But 3 words is something that I find very realistic. And again, make sure to do it every single day. Now, Some people say, okay, it's nice, the idea, I get it mathematically, but it doesn't work like this. Like a learning process is something organic. It's not something where you add one word and then the next word and you can calculate your speed by 3 words per day. Of course it doesn't. And of course this system might be a bit too mechanical. I agree on that, definitely, but this should be a foundation. So this is more meant as a strategy for you to think of and to try to build a routine. But how you can spice it up, this I'm going to talk about in another video.